Hello, welcome to PUTINWORKTV. We've enjoyed watching your journey as an artist/creator in the New English scene.
For sure.
And our focus here is just allowing our guests to tell their stories front and center without judging their opinion. So, let's dive straight in. Who are you? What do you do?
It's BabyMars, man, 2600. You know what the fuck going on. Yeah, man.
So what do you do? You're an
Oh,
artist?
yeah, I'm an artist, bro. I'm an entrepreneur for real. I try to surround myself around the same people, you feel me?
What business do you have?
Right now, I just got my music shit right now. Like, that's really the lane I'm in right now, you feel me? Because I'm just taking in other shit from everybody around me, you feel me? And then when I'm ready to actually fully blossom into what I see myself to be, then I know the time will be right to do that, you feel me? So I'm just taking my time with it, though.
And where are you from?
I'm from Boston. I'm actually from Roxbury. I'm from, like, down the street, you feel me? Ruggles Projects and shit, so... yeah, that's why I was like born and raised type shit.
And so what was it like growing up in the Ruggles Project?
Crazy.
You know, like what pressures were you facing?
Man. I mean, to me it was regular though, because I was out there my whole life.
But what was the experience like for those who don't know?
It's a lot of, I don't know, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on, like, because you in the hood, so there's a lot of, you know, gun violence, you know, drugs, all that. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of stuff that'll help you self-destruct out here, bro. You feel me?
And how'd you stay away from it?
Honestly, I didn't. But as you keep, you know what I'm saying, maturing and being you tend to like, alright, you gotta be real with yourself. Like, this ain't for me, this ain't for me. Like, sometimes you gotta do certain shit to know, like, yeah, like, that's...
learn the hard way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people don't know, like, off rip to just be like, yeah, nah, I can't do that. Like, sometimes there's peer pressure, you feel me? Like, people don't talk about that, like...
yeah, so, what's that peer pressure like when you're growing up in a place where it seems like everybody wants to take the same path, and they pressure you and they almost, you know, try to test your manhood because you won't do what they do, so it's almost like you gotta be strong enough to resist them.
Yeah.
And if you can't, you'll fold and end up doing it. So, you know, how'd you fight against peer pressure when somebody's like, you know, oh look, I got my first strap, or oh let's go do this to somebody right now, or oh you pussy, you scared, you don't wanna get back at this person, you don't feel disrespected. So how does one resist that peer pressure? How'd you do it?
It comes down to being yourself. That's what it really comes down to, like being yourself. And I always had people in my ear, like my family always told me, like you gotta be a leader. Like if that's something you're gonna do, just know that's what you want to do. Don't do it because the next man telling you that's what is it, like, you know, like that's right or wrong or whatever the case may be. Because there's some solid dudes out there that'll tell you, like, man, I don't want you doing that. And then there's the ones that'll, you know, crash out. They don't really care. They don't really got nothing going for themselves. You feel me? So they want to see the same thing for you. But at the end of the day, it's all on how you was raised, too. Like, I was raised a certain way. So anything I did, I wanted to do, whether it was a mistake or what, you feel me? So it's all about being a leader, bro, and not being a follower and just being you, bro. That's really it.
So being strong, resisting the peer pressure, and not just folding, not conforming. How did music enter your life? How did alter and impact you?
Honestly, I was supposed to go to the league. I was supposed to be in the NBA for real.
Yeah, hoop dreams.
Yeah, like I was really nice. No cap. Okay. I ain't even gonna lie.
You're not one of them who just, you know, live in high school in his ball years.
Yeah.
You're not one of them.
Oh, bro, I was going to school doing the bare minimum, bro. Just knowing, like, yeah, I could pass. I just need a 2.0 so I could hoop. Alright, cool. You feel me? Like, I was doing that. I was always, like, the pretty boy, class clown ass nigga. Like, I ain't really do no schoolwork. I ain't do no homework. Like, you feel me? But I was trying to hoop, though. I was nice. You feel me? But, you know, shit happens. And, shit, we was in the hood. I wasn't even supposed to be a rapper for real. Like, we was in the hood, and I just used to freestyle for my niggas all the time. Like, you feel me? Whether
it wasn't one of them scared to like...
Nah, like, that's just what we used to do. Like, you feel me? I don't know if that's just... it was in me. Or that's just what I used to do. Like, I ain't even thinking about putting it on a track. I'm just doing it out of love for it. You feel me? Like, I've always been a connoisseur of the music. You feel me? A student of the game and shit like that. But I just never ever thought I was going to start making music. You feel me? So when I was in the hood a lot, I had got kicked out of school, bro. And I had mad time on my hands, so we had started like buying studio equipment when I was still living in Ruggles, and we put it in the basement. That's when it started. I was making some bullshit, but feel me?
Had to start somewhere.
Yeah, you feel me? Everybody thought it was. That's why. That's another thing. Everybody ain't your friend. Niggas is saying that shit was hot.
Whole time.
That shit was not hot, but that at the same time they trying to be real friends. You ain't trying to shoot your dreams down and shit like that. You feel me? But I feel like everybody knew I had it. Everybody knew I was talented. You feel me? I wasn't ever saying no BS. Feel me? So it was like, you could do it. Like, people used to tell me, nah, you need to take it serious. Like, my first studio session, my mans took me. He paid for it. On dog, like, I thank him for that. Because, like, that shit changed my life for real.
Who was it?
My man, Justin. He took me to the studio. I forget what studio it was, but I know we was somewhere in Copley. And yeah, that changed my life, bro. And it sucked because my first studio session, we already had a beat in mind. Then we was reading something on a beat. And it was like, you can only sell like, if you decide to put it out, you can only sell like 10 copies. So I'm like, damn. And this was
had
like
stipulations.
Yeah, like, I never seen nothing like that before. So I was like, damn. And this was like 5 minutes before the session. We outside the studio. I wrote a verse. Everything, and I don't even write. I freestyle, but I wrote a verse because I'm like, shit, I want to make sure I ain't wasting time when I'm in there. You feel me? Seen that, he's like, yeah, bro, I don't think you even want to choose that no more if you're only gonna be able to release 5 copies. You feel me? So I was just like, damn. And then found some quick shit. I'm like, oh yeah, we gonna do this. Just went in there, freestyled that bitch, bro, and it was a rap, bro.
That's a tough story.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
So what's your discography look like? Like, what can somebody expect if they trying to go to Mars?
I'm just gonna turn shit up every time. This is the camera right here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn shit up every time. Like, niggas can't fuck with me for real. Like, and I mean that humbly and respectfully. Like, you feel me? And I fuck with everybody in the city too doing their thing. Like, I'm learning from y'all too. You feel me? But I don't know. I'm just gonna turn up. I like to rage, but I'm also like that. You know, we wavy. Feel me? We wavy too. So it's like, we gonna talk that shit. Like, it's in us. Like, so us speaking on it, it ain't really hard. You feel me?
It's thorough.
It's thorough. You feel me? So
what do you try to give your audience with your music? Like, what do you want them to leave with? What's your gift to them because they tuned in and listened to your music?
Honestly, I'm trying to get to the point where I got a solid fan base to the point where they understand my psyche. You feel me? Like,
that's a good word. Explain that. You want them
like, I want them to come into my world. You feel me? And understand. Like, and I'll be real in my music. Like, a lot of the shit I'm saying is real shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So
no cap in your rap.
Never, never. So it's like, shit. Honestly, I just want to let them into my psyche, let them into my world, and I'm a vibe. Like, I'm. You feel me? Like, on some. I ain't gonna say Gunna, cause that nigga. Me ain't even gonna. But you feel me? I'm a vibe though. Like, I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying? Put that energy in the room, bro, and just turn up for real. So have a good time type shit.
So how do you create music, you know? Like, how do you get into the state of mind where you're like, yo, this is exactly the conditions I need? And then, also, I want you to tell me what you learn about yourself. Like, okay, this is how I create.
Shit, well, for starters, man, niggas is getting faded.
Off rip.
Feel me? Off rip.
Off of what, though? Let's be specific.
Mary Jane.
Okay. Like, what you talking about? I think you talking about some Mary Jane.
I ain't popping no pills and nothing like that. I love that shit in, like, 2018 or something. Drinking lean and all that. Mm-hmm. Don't drink lean, kids. Don't pop no pills, bro. I do shrooms too. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with the shrooms, but like, I haven't recorded off shrooms and nothing like that. I really haven't. I want to. I want to do a fucking.
That might be a vibe.
I want to do a solo project off shrooms. Like, you feel me? Like, I've already been thinking about that, but yeah, I just be smoking weed, bro. That's about it, bro. Niggas get high and start creating. And one thing I learned about myself with the music shit is like, you never really know you a star until you start somewhere. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a feeling. Like I never felt like I had to prove something to everybody. I felt like I gotta prove something to me. Like, prove to myself I could do this.
So you can be proud.
Yeah, like, you feel me? Like, at least I could really be like, alright.
Like, I'm working.
Like, I'm putting this shit into fruition. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm not just saying shit and then the words ain't matching up the actions. Like, whatever I'm saying I'm gonna do for real. So that's what I liked about me with the music too. Like, yeah.
That's a fact. Like, but what's that thing that makes you want to get up and be an artist every day? What motivates you?
Shit, my niggas. that's really it, my niggas. Cause bro, honestly, like, I wouldn't even be doing music if niggas ain't tell me like, bro, you got it. You just ain't being consistent, or you not putting shit out, or, you know. because I ain't really have family telling me, like aunts, moms, you know what I'm saying? No, nobody telling me to do music for real. It was all my niggas and my, you know, my older cousins and shit like that. So I thank them for that, really, bro.
Like they was your support system.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it was repetitive. Like, so how would it work? You know, you would make something and then you would always send it to your friends in a group chat, or you're like, tell them to pull up, like, yo, come listen to this, and then they would have to give you real reviews. Right. Some songs good, some songs bad.
So with me, I know a lot of people, and honestly, a lot of the love that I got on my music been all organic. I realized that too, like.
How could you tell it was organic?
Just because it's like, it's the people that I real life be seeing in real life, sharing my music, posting my music, and it's genuine. It's not like no post it one time and not actually listening to the music. You feel me? Like when I'm going to look at the numbers on my phone, like niggas is really listening to my shit. You feel me? That's why I'm like, yeah, I can't bullshit. Like I gotta keep going. Cause it's like, I'm gonna rob myself if I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if they showing that love, it's like, shit. Especially in Boston, niggas know it's kind of hard to get that. But I've been having that since day one.
For sure.
So I appreciate that shit.
For sure. And, you know, like, all right, so you know how when you were younger, right, and you first started learning about girls, and you're like, damn, you got to learn not to put myself in the friend zone. Okay, you got to keep a masculine friend. Oh, you can't let that shit slide. She's testing you. Yeah. Oh, you just let her walk all over you. Okay, you're a punk now. Yeah. Oh, you got to talk to her in this way when it start getting... So it's like, sometimes you used to be one type of nigga, and then you learn, damn, I was doing it all wrong, and you learn game, right?
I used to, what?
So, we gonna get to that. Yeah. So how that translate to like the music game, where you're like, damn, like if somebody just pulled me aside and taught me game, I would have never did this shit. For sure. So if you could pick three things that are important to you, critical now, if somebody were to pull you aside and give you fair warning, and make sure you were extra prepared, what are 3 things you wish Mars would have knew before you got into the game?
That paying for promotions is okay.
Number 1.
Going to venues and shows even if you're not performing.
Explain that.
Like, you might not be the one performing and getting that shine, but at least you still in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, you showing your face at the end of the day. So it's like, if you want to get in that room and you not in that room yet, the way you like picture it or the way you see it, like me, like if I feel like I'm gonna go to an event, when I first started, I'm like, shit, nah, fuck that. We gotta be performing. Not knowing you gotta start somewhere. Like, you can't be performing one song. Cause at the time, honestly, my first song I dropped in like 2018, 2019, and I didn't drop ever again up until 2022. I dropped 18 songs this year.
18?
Yeah, and 2 videos type shit. So it's like, I always thought like, yeah, man, if I'm not going to the show to perform, I ain't going. But like, that's bullshit. Cause at the end of the day, honestly, I done got more connects not performing because I'm so focused and I'm not worried about performing. I'm actually enjoying being around the company that I'm around and tapping in and learning everybody's story and learning what everybody doing for real. So I've actually gained more success not performing when I pull up to events because I'm so focused on the other aspect of the business side.
You're actually networking.
You feel me? So that's cool too. And the last one I would say is just be confident. Like, nobody gonna care about shit you saying if you don't got that swagger or confidence. If that shit don't match up,
if it don't sound like you believe it yourself,
how they gonna believe it?
Okay.
You feel me? So those are the 3 things I would say, bro, for sure.
And how does your personal life and creative process interfere? Some people believe in alter ego, so it's like, I'm the son or I'm the daughter or whoever of these parents. I have these friends that grew up here. Yeah. I have a government name. I have a house I grew up in. My childhood memories. That's one person. For sure. And then comes who I've became, who I found, the things I learned. You know, how I got all my knowledge from music into this character that people know. It doesn't have to be genuinely fake. Yeah. But it's a different part of yourself that comes out when you're on the stage and you're talking shit. So like, how do your 2 lives, or if they're not already one life, how do they interfere creatively and then personally? You might even have trouble with, sometimes romantic relationships getting away because it's like, damn.
Yeah, that really be the only thing
How's that
interfering
like?
with my shit for real. It be the hoes.
Okay, explain that.
I ain't gonna lie, cause I be on my Drake shit. Any hoe I blick, you on the song for sure. Like it don't even matter.
Oh, so they text you about this?
Hell yeah.
Tell us the story where the first time you mentioned the girl's name in the story, and it got back to her, and she talked to you immediately.
I ain't gonna lie. My bitch tried to sue me, gang. She's like, you put my name in a song. You ain't even tell me. I'm like, I ain't even talking about you. There's a whole nother person that got the same name. You feel me? But nah, she knew it was about her though. That was the first time, like, you feel me? Like, she was tight. I ain't gonna lie. Like, yeah, she was talking about legal actions and shit.
Cause you put the problems out there.
Yeah, like, but like I said, bro, I ain't sugarcoating nothing. I'm speaking on my life for real, so it is what it is. Bitch, don't do me dirty next time. Or, I mean, like, yeah, you got played. Oh well. Now you know not to, fuck with an artist.
Don't say too much.
Hey, yeah,
you got some artists that's really, know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
okay,
right.
so let's move on. You know what I'm saying? What do you enjoy the most about music? What's the best part to you? Like the part you look forward to? Is it seeing them streams go crazy? Is it seeing the reaction on your niggas' face when they smiling and bobbing their head and they can't stop moving? Is it seeing your song get played by somebody who doesn't know you, but it just so happens to be your music? Like, what's the best feeling? What do you enjoy?
Honestly.
Or somebody maybe knowing all the lyrics to your shit.
Yeah, all of that really. But for real, for me, is like when my family members started like, yo, this is you? And I'm like, yo, this shit's fire. Like, because nobody really, you know what I'm saying, knew I was going to do music for real. You feel me? So when they heard some of my shit, they like, yo, this is fire. Like, I didn't know you had this in you. That shit means more to me than anything.
Real support, though.
You feel me? But everything else you just said though, like that shit comes with it too. Like I love everything about this music shit. But that right there, as far as them being surprised, like that don't even sound like you. Like I ain't know you. You feel me? Cause like shit, my favorite artist is Michael Jackson all time. Tell you shit, like that's what my grandmother used to play.
Respect.
So I always been a star. It's always been there. You feel me? But I just ain't know I was gonna do music. You feel me? When I made that crossover, it wasn't really that hard type shit.
What would you tell somebody right now who's watching this interview and they fuck with your swag, they fuck with what you got going on, they're inspired by the things you said today?
Yeah.
What would you tell them if they're looking to get to where you're at, to be comfortable to the point where they can drop 18 songs and make 2 videos and make it work even if they don't got that much money, or just put the work in, make do what they have, make good shit, and see the difference between how people treat them when they're bullshitting. So if somebody's inspired by you, what would you tell them if they're looking to get to where you're at right now?
Shit, you just gotta stay down till you come up for real. That's how I see it. Like I wasn't always getting fly. Like I was trying to. You feel me? Like what we had. I mean, I remember being in school, 3rd grade, wearing a little Haitian strap on yins. I ain't always.
Oh, you Haitian?
Nah, I'm not. And that's the crazy part. But niggas ain't. You feel me? Like we had our time. My mom had our time. She had me dripping and shit. But majority of the time, I ain't have it like that. So it wasn't like I woke up for me and that's just what it was. It's a process. Like I would say, just try to be consistent and keep putting yourself in the rooms to like network, so you can meet those people that genuinely care about you and start helping you, whether that's advice or actually doing something for you or whatever the case may be. And just don't take this shit for granted, bro. And actually try to be consistent, because shit, you never know when it could be your last day for real. That's another thing too. Like people be taking their time with this music shit, not dropping because they feel like niggas ain't gonna tune in. Yeah. But at the end of the day, how you gonna get anybody to tune in to anything if you're not dropping anything? You don't even know if they're not gonna like it or they are gonna like it, because you just don't want to drop it.
Yeah, I think that's a big problem a lot of artists have is that anxiety they build from. And this is the worst part. Sometimes they drop a great song, and because it does so well, the fear of not having that same reaction for another song might be overwhelming to somebody who doesn't have enough mental fortitude. Sure. But what's been the hardest part of your journey as an artist that's built your mental fortitude to knowing there's gonna be good days and bad days, but it's just how you take it and how you move on?
Yeah. Honestly, I would say like just living life for real. like, shit might, like, we going through a lot. You feel me? Like, I don't want to just say me, because I feel like everybody go through the same thing in different forms and fashion. So it's like, with me, it's like, when you're going through a lot, it's kind of hard to try to be yourself 24/7 to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to try to block all the noise out, you feel me? And try to build a routine that don't really, like, a routine that helps you, like, stay focused and don't have you really thinking about all the BS that's going on, you feel me? Because it's going to come, it's going to happen. There's nothing that we could really do about it, you feel me? So it's just like, I be catching myself in those modes, like, man, fuck this shit, you feel me? Because of shit that's going on.
My philosophy is, if you haven't gotten to the point where you're just like, fuck this shit, you haven't put enough effort in. You don't care about it as much. You don't love it as much. Because it will drive you to the brink of saying, fuck this shit, because you want to make it work so bad.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that type of situation, that just shows you the difference between people who have determination and effort, and then people who are willing to give up easily. Because at the end of the day, whatever you give up on, you've lost. But you haven't lost until you've given up.
For sure.
See what I'm saying?
Dogs, like, I have one of my friends I started rapping with. I pretty much influenced him to rap, because he's nice, he was good. Fucking, he was just on some, we ain't getting paid from this shit right now, I'm dying.
So he was worried about the money and not the currency.
Feel me? But I don't blame him, like, where we come from, like, how we fucked up out here, like, I don't blame him, like, in his eyes, he feel like he wasting his time, because he don't love this music shit how I love this shit, you feel me? It ain't a passion, it's not something that he could see himself doing if he wasn't getting paid, basically. So I can't knock him for that, but, like, that's an example right there. Like, it's all on your mindset for real, you feel me? And, like, you get put in certain predicaments in certain situations to where you feel like you can't be the best, you know what I'm saying, version of yourself. 'Cause I feel like if we was up how he envisions us being up, he wouldn't be saying that. But, you feel me? That's not what it is right now, so. And I feel him, like, I don't feel no way about it. I don't tell him, like, that's bullshit, because it's like, I feel him, like, you don't really fuck with this music shit, I fuck with it, you feel me? But at the same time, I feel like you leaving, like you said, I feel like you leaving something on the table that could really be something great down the line, you feel me? But not everybody look at it like that, so it's all on how you look at shit, bro.
I got a section, and I got a section for you. This is called a put in work moment. Now, a put in work moment is where you overcome a great challenge. Is where you did something you never thought you could do, that you didn't expect. Is when somebody, maybe a girl, might have fucked with you a little more because your music's so smooth. She just gave it to you that night. It could have been you were in a room and you played a song and you literally controlled the room. You controlled the rest of the night. Now everybody's looking at you like, damn, like, that nigga's different. He's tough. You just got that respect. So what's a put in work moment? Something that made you feel good and it was a positive reaction from others. And you gotta call it a put in work moment too. Want that story.
Nah, I definitely got a few put in work moments.
Give us a good one.
I'm gonna say my first performance. I'm gonna say my first show.
Okay, what was that like?
That shit was nuts. Hey, yo. And, yo, niggas don't perform unreleased songs and have a function turned up. Niggas just don't do that shit, bro. At least I ain't seen nobody do it, you feel me? And I got brought out for one song. It wasn't even like I had my own set. So I was literally soaking in all the energy, like, oh, he's doing this wrong. He's doing this right. I need to keep that. Seeing everybody, you know, go through this shit. I'm like, all right, now I know exactly what to do.
Oh, you observing.
You feel me? Like, I'm different with this shit. Like, I really be... Niggas be like I was sitting in the corner in the crowd, like, just with a straight face. Niggas is like, yo, what's good with him? Like, one of my boys is like, nah, he's in that mode. And he already know, that's my brother, you feel me? So he already knew what type of time I was on. So I would say, like, my first show, I was turned up. Like, I think we had like 200 to 300 people in there.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was lit. I turned it up because, you feel me? I knew it was turned up because, like, you know how you do it, I don't know, like, when you, after you finish and everybody's coming up to you that you don't know.
Yeah.
And really.
Yo, your shit's fire. Yo, what's your Instagram? Yo, where I find your music?
Like, that's how I knew. And, like, you can see it, like, visually, like, shit was, like, nobody...
Like face change.
Like, I drank the energy in the crowd. Anybody who went after me, it was slow. Like, niggas was leaving after.
You set the standard. That's what I'm saying. That's when you know you was turned. Because if you set the standard and everyone's like, nah, we just had that shit. If you if you can't do equal or better, you're ass. And sometimes that might not be the case, but it's because of psychology. It's like, we just had so much dopamine from this nigga Mars. He just made me dance and feel good, and I'm turned.
So this nigga come in,
and now I don't got the same energy coming. You see what I'm saying?
That's how I feel. So I'll say that moment for sure, because fucking I think niggas went out too after. Niggas went to the club, and I met the bitches that we went to the club with there. You feel me? They was bad. She was from Iceland. Bitch had blue eyes. She from Chicago though. She was only there for like a week. So she's like, yeah, pop out. You know? And then niggas went back to her crib. Bitch is rich as shit. That shit was lit. I was with niggas. Niggas was with her friends. So that was a put in work moment, because niggas was really putting in work at the end of the night.
Work, yeah.
Yeah.
Through the matches.
It was lit. It was
already. But in 5 years, you know, where do you see yourself taking this? What do you become? And where do you see the state of New England seen in 5 years? Those are my last two questions.
5 years? We about to be turned. We got too much heat in the city. We got too many people doing shit, like, and not even just music, bro. Like, entrepreneur shit, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, I know it's been kind of hard for us, you know what I'm saying, these last couple years. Like, when I talk to people outside of Boston, about Boston artists, they really only know Cousin Stiz. I hate that shit so much. Like, that shit pisses me off. Not that he don't deserve it, because he do, but there's so much other talent that really put out music a lot. You feel me? So it's like, in 5 years, bro, I really see us breaking through that barrier in like 2 years. If you really, because everybody, that love that niggas didn't show a couple years ago, it's not really like that no more. Like, it's getting better and better. And I feel like the young niggas is gonna really break this shit through. Like, yeah, like, we got people that's really breaking it through now, but the young, it's the youth. Because they know the social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, whatever.
They know how to push it.
They know how to, and a lot of the artists that I know, that's all they really missing. Like, everybody has the brains, the talent, the wordplay.
They just gotta be able to market.
They just don't know how to market, and I fall victim to that shit too. Just because I'm an introvert, I don't even really like being out.
Yeah. So how's a nigga supposed to know to pay for ads, pop out to an event, hand stuff out, connect with somebody with influence, pay somebody to promote, and it don't even, you gotta like, cause that's the thing. And we were talking about this earlier, like, when you have a machine behind something, like, is a machine built for you to be entertained, for you to enjoy the shit, right? If you see a big podcast and you got the network, the cameras, everything's perfect, the editing is 4K, 1080p, everything's set up for you to be entertained already, because there's a machine behind it, there's money behind it, people are getting paid. But then, when you see people make shit work on low resources, it's more impressive, it's more impactful, because it's like, they didn't have much and they still made it work. So if you always go that route, and then the money comes in, then it becomes even better. Because first you were working without nothing. Now you have resources and funds to actually be creative to the extent you want.
So it's like, what you think I'm going to do now?
You see what I'm saying? And so what about the state of New England?
I love it. I think we're in a pretty good state right now.
Like the scene.
Only thing I'll say, though, is niggas got to start jacking New York.
Yeah, the drill beats.
Niggas gotta stop that shit.
Yep.
And I caught myself doing that shit too.
Because you know it's a market. You know as soon as you get on the drill beat, you're gonna get, instead of maybe 500 views on a song or streams, you'll get that 1.7. Oh shit, I ain't never had nothing like that. But hold on though, we hear the beat, you hear the 1 2 1 2, you hear the A-B, and then you hear shooting, ops, Uda, strap, certain words. So like it's crazy because it's psychology, right?
Yeah.
There's a market for death, violence, and ignorance. As a black person, as an artist, as a creative, you know in your heart there is a market for death. If you talk about a shooting, if you talk about being tough, if you're aggressive, we only respect violence, aggression, pain, fear, torturing, suffering. Not that we're not good people, there's other sides of us. But those are artists like Thames that know how to sing and make you feel like you floating. You see what I'm saying? But you know, as an artist, there's a market for death. And if you don't go that route and you're original, people will remember you forever.
Exactly.
If you don't go to the ignorant, the aggressive, the violent shit, I promise you, niggas will find out, yo, he actually spit something here.
And that's how I feel. I'm not saying you can't do that, but is that the only thing you can talk about? You feel me? Like,
and what are you pushing?
Like, shit. Me personally, what am I pushing?
No, I'm saying,
you're talking about the
metaphorically.
people.
Think about it. How much
Sure.
influence artists have.
Mm-hmm.
Some really know, but they have a puppet master that makes sure they influence all these millions of people. Some people drop music and they don't know how many people really tune into their music every day for their sanity.
Yeah.
And they listen to every word. Because guess what? When you're in a booth, the manifestations of what you want to happen, you're putting out into a mic.
Mm-hmm.
They're going into people's ears. Mm-hmm. They're going into their subconscious mind when they sleep, when they turn, when they happy, when they sad. Mm-hmm. So like you can literally change the world by people listening to you.
That's a fact.
So you can make niggas violent. You can make niggas happy. You can make niggas think about relationships, good, bad side. Like it's crazy, bro.
That's a fact.
Like as an artist, you're like a magician, my nigga. So you gotta be very careful about what you put out.
That's a fact.
I want to say thank you for coming to PUTINWORKTV.
Nah, thank y'all for having me, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bars came in, gave niggas free game. I'm glad that like I got so much depth from every one of your answers. Like you were explaining everything you needed to do. So
vice versa, game.
If there's anything you need to say to the people, any last words, any girls you got to shout out, any moves you about to make, businesses,
man,
feel me?
It's harder to the wave, man. Wait, hold on, y'all can see?
Yup, make sure they see that hat.
Y'all niggas ain't fucking with the kids, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, buddy, what they say? You niggas ain't waving. You niggas ain't waving.
Shout out Booty Rock.
But yeah, I'll just say, man, just be consistent, man, and be you, man. Fucking new music coming soon. Fucking, we got a video for 26 Billions coming out. That's the tape that I got with my brother Eat Bugs.
Where can they find you if they want to listen to your music?
Everything, man. What the fuck? It's 2022, man. You ain't on everything. You
Spotify,
bullshit.
Apple Music, SoundCloud.
Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud,
and how do you
Tidal.
spell your name?
BabyMars2600 2600. You feel me? On all platforms, bro.
Tap in.
Won't be disappointed. You feel me? I got different vibes for everybody, so you might not like the first song. You gotta keep listening because you're gonna find something. You feel me? So, yeah, just tune in, man.
Shout out Baby Mars. Let's get it.
Know that.